Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Talking Movies. My name's Josh.
I'm Gene Hackman.
No, you're not. He's dead.
He could be Gene today.
Okay,
I'm
I'm
Chris.
Gene Hackman.
You can't talk the whole show then. That's so
Don't act like you
disrespectful.
wouldn't be stoked.
So disrespectful. All right, keep going.
Welcome.
I said mine. I'm Chris.
Chris,
I can only speak in one-liners tonight.
Awesome intro.
well, that is the way that this movie speaks, isn't it? Which is Randy's pick this week. This is Heist from 2001, directed by David Mamet, the acclaimed screenwriter and playwright.
Yeah, she's the go-getter.
I'm the go-getter. You tell me what you want me to go get.
Ain't you a piece of work?
Is that a question?
She could talk her way out of a sunburn.
Gene Hackman, Danny DeVito, Delroy Lindo, Sam Rockwell, Rebecca Pidgeon, and Ricky Jay.
Is it gonna be cool? He's so cool when he goes to bed, sheep count him.
In a film written and directed by David Mamet.
Everybody needs money. That's why they call it money.
Heist.
Randy, give us the story about this. I think this is the first time viewing for everybody except for you.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Yeah, so explain the entire plot.
So give us what
Well-
is this movie about? When did you first see it? Why did you bring it to the table?
It's called Heist. It's a love story about a dude in gold.
Two gay guys.
Two gay guys. One of them is Danny DeVito. One of them is Arnold Schwarzenegger. So
That's Junior, isn't it?
yeah.
Wait. Go ahead. Sorry.
So I have always liked heist movies. I mean, I think we all kind of do. And
Yeah.
I like Gene Hackman, and I always looked for movies I hadn't seen before. And I couldn't tell you when I first saw this, but I'm pretty certain it was VHS. And I'm pretty sure that I was in my early 20s. I was young when it came out. I watched. I think I probably got it from Blockbuster. And it was when I first became aware of Delroy Lindo. And I forgot Sam Rockwell was even in this movie until I started watching it. Then I remembered, I was like, oh shit.
With the perv mustache.
Bro. So I always thought it was kind of a pulpy movie. It's very much feels like a movie that would come out of a 1950s novel type shit. Yeah, I mean,
it feels like the dialogue feels like it belongs in a 50s noir.
That's probably where they got it from. They read a Mike Hammer book and just were like, here, let's just say all this.
Yeah.
So I mean, the plot is the plot. It's a group of dudes. It's very Ocean's 11 without it being as good as Ocean's 11. Got a group of people that each have a job. They doing these heists. They got a guy that's gonna, foot the bill for the stuff and get it all figured out, and he's kind of gonna double cross them. It very much resembles that kind of story, like an Ocean's 11 type plot, without it being so big and grand. They're going to go steal a bunch of gold. And Gene Hackman is the leader of the pack. And then you got Delroy Lindo, who's muscle kind of. Danny DeVito's he's the money and the guy that finds the jobs for everybody, the one that nobody trusts. And Sam Rockwell's his nephew who gets roped into going on the job with him. You got this random chick that looks like Sam Rockwell with no mustache. She's in the movie. I don't know who she is. But
I've never seen her in anything before.
There's a reason for that. But she looks like Sam Rockwell. It's fucking weird, bro. As soon as they were next to each other,
like Sam Rockwell.
You're muted, Chris.
Bro, put them next to each other on the screen. They look like brothers. Even Chris had thought so. Yeah, for sure.
And she's 30 and playing Jade Hackman's wife.
Bro, that was so crazy.
It's weird. Yeah.
But,
and this is one of Hackman's last movies. I didn't realize that, but this is right before he retired.
Dude,
I'm done after this.
Yeah, he did. He was like, fuck, what did I do?
Yeah.
But I like this movie because it's not a good movie. It's just fun to me. It's silly. I was laughing the whole time. It's very easy to predict. It's just a movie that's I wouldn't call this, when you put it up against something like Crimson Tide or Unforgiven, it's not gonna compete with those movies. But I would watch it just as fast as I would watch one of those. Not because it's as good or necessarily or anything like that. I just like it. I like the cast. I think it's a fun story. It's the kind of thing that I'm into. You know, heist movies are fun. Plus, it's got so many like ridiculous little one-liners. Like I could not stop laughing, dude. I was like, "What in the?" I kept telling Chris, I was like, "What are we watching? Like, what the fuck are we watching right now?" It's a silly, fun movie, man. It doesn't take itself too seriously. Danny DeVito is doing Danny DeVito things. It's money. That's why it's called money. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What does that even mean? Like, they say stuff like all the time. Like, we're supposed to understand what they're saying.
Yeah, some of those one-liners just like don't make any sense.
That's what I like about them, is that they're so silly, dude.
I wrote down the one at the end, dude. I gotta say it.
Oh yeah,
please. What is it? Yes.
Cute as a Chinese baby.
You're right.
What does that mean,
bro?
Cute as a Chinese
Asian babies are cute.
I mean, sure. So are retarded babies. I don't know, man. Like babies are pretty cute in general, in my opinion.
I just pulled up the quotes page on IMDb. I'm just gonna run. Yeah, I'm just gonna run through some of these because it is kind of the most fun part of the movie. Like
it really is.
My motherfucker is so cool. When he goes to bed, sheeps count him.
Yes, that's my favorite one. That's my favorite one. I want that on a shirt.
Oh man. I'll scroll through them and quote some more.
Yeah, just randomly insert one in every now and then.
Yeah, you know why chickens cross the road? Because the road crossed the chicken. Yeah,
I love that one too, bro. They're so dumb, but like the overacting in this movie is glorious. Like the fucking fighting is so bad because it's so blatantly not real. Like at least in most movies, you're like, it looks like you might have hit that guy. And this one, you're like, dude, you were 6.5 feet from that guy's head. What did you hit? The air, bro. Like that's all you hit. Stop it. You're not doing a very good job here. But it's what I like about it. It's super hokey and like it's not a good movie, but I love it.
Yeah,
I thought it was better than it. I remembered it much better than it was. To be clear, I hadn't seen it in a long time.
Yeah, when I watched it, I was expecting something a little more like a little more high caliber, I think. So when I watched it, I was like, this kind of sucks, but it's fun, you know. Even the writing is like, it just feels so overwritten.
Yes,
a lot of the time, but you know, it's fun.
I was pretty surprised because I felt like Gene overacted a little bit.
Oh, a lot.
And he was like shouting at the top of his lungs, and it just didn't fit him very well to me. So
it did feel a little bit like it was beneath him almost. Like he was just like doing some De Niro shit. Like whatever, I'll come in for an hour.
Yeah, I think he's kind of miscast in the movie. Like so to be clear, I think that he and Delroy Lindo like propped this movie up on his shoulders. It would be like unwatchable.
Yeah.
Dude, the only other person that could have done that would have been Nick Cage. Because it would have made sense for him.
You could say that for anything.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point. He's fucking Nick Cage. But it's accurate. Like, it's true. Like, he would have made it at least, like, it would have been silly. Like, but, like, yeah, Gene Hackman's, like, an esteemed actor, you know? Like, I feel sorry, Josh. But, yeah, they did prop this movie up, for sure.
Right. I was just watching it. I was like, I couldn't watch this movie if you didn't have Gene Hackman and Delroy Lindo in it. Because pretty much, I mean, even Sam Rockwell is, like, just okay.
He's underused too, though. Like they don't use him right.
Yeah, they didn't know what they had at the time. Like
true.
I think that's the biggest problem. He's just very, very fresh
right
at this time. But yeah, most of the actors, like you already mentioned that the girls are really bad. Like most of the supporting actors are really bad, and
all the cops are terrible.
They don't know how to deliver this dialogue, like and they don't know how to make it work. You know, like Hackman can make it work. He can kind of twist it the right way that it sounds cool or more believable.
Yeah,
and Lindo too. But the other guys, they're saying these lines, but they just sound it makes you realize how corny the
little fat guy was like so not cool, and he was trying to be cool, and he wasn't cool. Like, I will say though, his demise was no.
That's what I thought you meant to.
No, the one that I wouldn't know his name, the fucking no name guy.
Yeah,
the homeboy
the guy that got shot.
Pinky?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah,
Pinky. But like his demise was sad, but that guy's lines, he's fucking not cool. He's terrible in that role.
Yeah, the writing didn't do him any favors, and
he had like bruises on his face, and he calls up Gene, and he's like, "Yeah, everything's perfect," and he's like half smiling. I'm like, "Bro, sell it a little bit." Like,
that's Ricky Jay. He's like not even an actor. He's like a
I could tell.
he's like a magician.
Why didn't he do some
like a famous
magic
magician
and make this movie worth the shit?
I was watching the movie and I was like, shit, I know this guy. I know his face really well. And then I looked him up at the end. I was like, oh, it's Ricky Jay. He's in Boogie Nights and Magnolia. Like Paul Thomas Anderson likes.
That's
him.
Wild.
Yeah.
No, I like him just fine. I'm just giving him a hard time. But
I kind of liked him in the movie. He's not a good actor, but he was at least.
I liked his character. His character was like I liked his character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like just the purpose of his character, just to be jump out in front of this car.
Right. Well, so let me give myself a little bit of a get out of jail free card on this. I hadn't seen this movie in a very, very long time. Since I watched it the last time, not only have I changed quite a bit, but like I've watched a lot of movies that are in this same like subgenre, but that are way, way better. So I remembered this movie as like way better. Like when I watched it, even I was like, oh, I mean, I knew Josh was going to be like, what the fuck? But I was already too late. Like I was like, oh, well, I would have picked it anyways because I like this movie. But like, I make no mistakes. I know where this movie sits on the shelf. It hangs out with fucking Fred Durst films and shit.
A lot of people I follow on Letterboxd, like I clicked on the movie and they all gave it like 4 stars. So I was like, oh, this is gonna be pretty good. Okay. And then as I watch it, I was like, this is a 3-star. But but still a fun movie. I don't know what people are watching here because it's one of those
enjoyment slot movies. That's why they're rating it high. It's just something they just enjoy watching it. And they're not giving it an objective grade, I don't think.
It's got
I guess. Yeah, I mean, I think some people are giving Mamet a little bit of a pass because he's such a big writer. And the writing is fun. I mean, he's written great stuff. Ronin, Untouchables. I mean, Glenn Ross is like a big movie. That's it from the stage, but he's a bad director. I think that's another big problem with the movie. The movie is poorly directed. It looks like television.
It
really
does.
Like I was watching it and I feel like this should have been something I saw on cable that I just never did. Like it was like it belongs on cable. Like you should watch this on like a 13-inch screen.
That's awesome.
It's a USA, or straight to Blockbuster, direct to video.
And I still would be in support of that, but you are correct. This is
there's no mood to the lighting at all. Everything's shot very, very flatly. Yeah. There's no like real camera move. His one move is to tilt the frame. Like he does all these canted angles.
It's weird because it's all set in like the daylight too. When you're like, this stuff would be done at night. Like these guys would be up there like
be moody.
Yeah, there should be like weird. There should be definitely lighting should have been a factor, but the music, it should have had like good music in it, and it didn't.
Very bland.
Correct. Although I will say the very beginning. People scored. That's awesome.
I guess it has sort of a jazzy score, right?
Yeah.
Carissa pointed out the music at it because it's kind of like it's like orchestral, like, but it's like it's of its time, but it's like way bigger than it should be. It's like making it sound way more serious than it is. Like, meanwhile, he's just like walking across the street, but it's like and you're like, bro's just walking, bro. Give him a second. Let him get to
Dude is just ripping a trumpet. And they're just sitting there talking. Yeah, for sure. And I looked it up, and Ocean's 11 came out the same year. and
awesome.
And I'm just like, and that movie is all style. It is all direction. It's all like it's like this movie should be way more fun than it is, but because it's so flat, all you have is the writing. It honestly, it feels like it could be a stage play, and that's where Mamet comes from.
I was wondering if it was a book or something because I felt like this probably could come from a really good book, but it's poor execution of a good book.
It feels like like very contained small locations where people would just have conversations. And they just found places to shoot it, but it feels small like that.
Yeah, imagine it wasn't a big budget either.
Oh, actually, I looked it up last night.
I don't know.
It was like
cast
40
is-
million or something, man.
Yeah, the cast is pretty stout.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all that went to Hackman.
Probably. I mean, even Lindo at that
36
time
million.
probably.
36 million goes to Hackman. The rest of
Yeah.
it goes to the Abomination, and we get to watch at the end of the day.
Yeah,
I thought it was
pretty
fun,
good,
man.
man.
I thought
no,
it was fun, man.
it's a totally enjoyable sort of throwaway.
I thought I was gonna fast forward, and I started because I was pushing time here. I ended at 8:05, and I was like, I gotta fast forward, and I was like, every time I tried to do it, I was like, wait, I missed something. Like Gene's on the ground now. What happened? So I go,
12 plot twists.
Well, there
They
is
were all over.
57,000 plot twists in this movie.
I love all that silly crap. dude.
That's pretty charming, I think, for the movie. I mean,
Yes.
I think that when it started, they all had suits on, and I love that idea as a bank robber. Like that's why I like Heat, as they do all the crazy stuff in suits. So I was like, all right. 15 minutes in, I'm like, I'm feeling this shit. Like Randy has a knack for picking some heist movies. He got me into Thief. He got me into like a couple pretty good bank robbery movies, one or two, I'd say. But man, I was like, here we go. Like, and then it just
And then I let you down.
leveled off. But I couldn't fast forward. Like there was always something going on.
Yeah,
Honestly, that's how I judge stuff sometimes too. Like, did I actually sit down and watch it all? Did I fast forward
And
it?
they're stealing gold, which is awesome too. Like it's always cash or bonds or some dumb shit. Like give me the gold. Like that's what we came here for, and I like that.
Yeah, I had a pretty like similar reaction to you. Like, okay, this is starting out pretty good. Like, I'm into this. This is cool. This is cool. This is cool. And then after like a few one-liners and whatever, like, okay, this is the type of movie I'm getting. And hey, I was perfectly fine with it. I had a blast. It was fun. I really liked for whatever reason just the boat lifestyle Gene Hackman character. I like just really dug that for whatever reason. I just felt that fit him really well.
Dude, I love when they go into that jewelry store and then he gets caught on the camera and you're like, oh, that was a boneheaded choice. And you're like, they could make this a really slick movie with that being like the catalyst to some
I thought that was a way bigger part of the story.
And then he opens that thing and it's got like shit. Well, then he's got this big cage, and you're like, "Oh shit!" And then he starts beating the crap out of it, and you're like, "Dude, what are you doing? Like, you're not." And Delroy Lindo's even like, "Bro, stop."
Yeah,
that wasn't even in the script. What are you doing, Gene? Like, God damn it!
But yeah, none of that ever came back to bite him. They were like, "Oh, you got made here, and oh, you got made there," and he was just like,
I mean, that was the whole catalyst in like getting on the boat and leaving. But they don't really talk about it. They don't ever bring it. They don't bring it up except one time.
It was really odd because they had a huge fight in the little dugout, and they were like, "We're made, we're done," and Delroy Lindo's out. I mean, that's exactly how I would act. I'd be like, "Hey, the whole thing's shot." Like,
so was that? So this is where the movie is causing me problems. Is like, was he overacting because he was trying to show somebody? I felt like they were overacting on purpose within the movie.
They are at times definitely. They're definitely, and I could almost pick out the twists when they started like really ramping it up. I was like, oh, they're playing this out. This is a con, you know. when I think it's when Ricky Jay, like, he takes that phone call and then they're like, I forget exactly what happened there, but it was with Sam Rockwell when they were trying to get rid of Sam Rockwell. And they were like, it's off, all this stuff, and they write off, and then they're like, oh yeah, it was just, they just played it
right
as a fake.
I like the guy that drives up in the Ferrari. He's such a pussy. Like, he's such a tool and a pussy.
And
I want that boat. And then he shows up with a gun, and then he gets it taken, and he's just like, ah, and runs away.
Also, why was that in the movie? That went nowhere either.
Because the Ferrari is a cool car.
They were gonna like, scam him out of the 65 in cash that he had and then he just runs away, and they're like, all right, fine. Like, I would have been pissed.
It was all just to create a couple of twists.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Sam Rockwell comes back, and it's like we don't know that's who that is. Of course, that's who that is. Like, who the fuck else is on your property in the middle of the night? Of course, it's Sam Rockwell. Like,
I can tell by his shadow. Like, when
Right.
it's like, oh, that's Sam Rockwell.
it's either him or Edward Norton, but it's one of those two guys, dude.
Right.
Like, it is nobody else.
And if he was coming back, like, why was he even sneaking around in the first place? He could have just walked up and like he could have just, hey, like, Gene, how you doing? Like, he didn't need to sneak on and like make a whole thing about it.
Yeah, why is he like hanging out in the warehouse in the back?
Because he wants to show Gene Hackman beat somebody up at the age of like 73. Like, he just gotta, dude, he was beating the shit out of people, and you're like, come on, bro. Like, come on. Like that, and then when Delroy Lindo kicked that dude, he kicked him from like the other room. I'm like, bro, like you weren't even on the same. Like, what are we doing? Like, dude, I loved it. I loved it, man. This movie is so fun. Like, I bought it because it was only like $5 to buy it. I was like,
I did too. It was like $3.99 to rent, $4.99 to buy. I was like, okay.
I rented it for $3.50.
Nice,
dude.
You saved $1.50.
I will watch this movie again in the next 12 months. Now that I watched it with y'all, I guarantee I'm gonna be like up late one night and go, oh, I need to watch something and go to sleep to. And then I'm gonna hit play and I'm gonna watch this whole damn movie again. I thought it was a lot of silly fun.
Yeah.
The woman, I wish the woman was either like hotter and a bigger name, a la Julia Roberts, or like completely unknown. Like, I don't know. She confused me because I don't think she could have not even been in the movie.
She's quite terrible.
There was 2 or 3 scenes where she had like super nice legs. Other than that, I just was like, it's just a non-issue.
Another plot twist.
I thought it was odd how she more or less double crossed him twice, right? So they got the van, Sam Rockwell, and they crashed the van. Or was that a play on Sam Rockwell, right?
I think that she only double crossed him once. I think the first time she was playing Sam Rockwell. Okay, and then she decided, fuck it, I'm going to go with this dude anyways.
Yeah. She could talk her way out of a sunburn, though.
I mean,
Just throwing another quote out there.
That was awesome.
Bro, what a stupid fucking quote.
Just the best. I'll rewatch this just for those lines. Dude, that's why.
Dude, at like 2 different points in the movie, Gene Hackman says a one-liner, and in the movie he smiles because he knows it's fucking stupid. He's like, "This is hilarious."
Yeah,
this will be my last movie anyway.
Right.
Well, I was looking it up. He right after this. He did Royal Tenenbaums, Behind Enemy Lines.
That movie's awesome. Wait, no, Enemy of the State's awesome. Sorry.
Enemy of the State is not. No, Behind Enemy Lines is the one with Owen Wilson. Not great.
Oh, no, I love that movie. I love that movie. Yeah. Love that movie.
And then his last movie is Welcome to Mooseport.
Yes,
with
dude.
Ray Romano.
Yeah, dude, what a way to go out, man, on a classic comedy.
Hell yeah.
Just like the real period on your career. Like,
when are we watching that?
By period, you mean like blood?
Yeah, bloody.
Blood stain?
Yeah. Lumpy, just disgusting.
Bro.
Yeah.
Welcome to Mooseport. Honestly, like not even that bad of a movie.
I have not put myself through that one.
Yeah, but you can have that one. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna fact check that.
Yeah. Agreed. Oh man,
it's no Fanatic, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's where this one belongs. This one belongs next to Fanatic.
I don't think it's that bad.
No, Same kind of energy though.
Yeah, like I mean,
at least to me, I mean that in a very, very good way. Like,
oh yeah,
I wouldn't call all of it bad. I mean, there's definitely a lot of bad in it, but a lot of it is just so like average and mediocre.
That's what I like about it. It's just so unspectacular.
With a bit of bad sprinkled in, and then a bit of awesome sprinkled in too. With
it's so unbelievably C+.
Yeah, totally.
It's such a 78. You're like, what the fuck?
But yeah, I mean, we're all picking it apart, but I don't really mean it any ill will. Like, I had a totally competent.
Oh yeah,
time,
make no mistake. I will watch this again soon.
Yeah.
Like, this is a silly ass movie. The one-liners were a lot of fun.
I didn't get to the end and feel like I wasted my time. It's like, it
Yeah.
I got to see Danny DeVito, get his head blown off. So
I love Danny DeVito.
When this movie started and I hit the 15-minute mark and we started to plateau a little bit, I was like, oh shit, like this is a 2 hour and 20-minute movie, I betcha. And then I paused it and I was like, 135. Like I could do that. I could push. So
I will say I appreciate that it's not a super long movie, because if this one had 20 more minutes, it would be a bomb. It would be a disaster.
Right. Yeah. It would be painful if it dragged it out.
20 more minutes of just standing around talking one-liners in a van.
More Chinese name. What is it? How long is a Chinese name?
Then he puts that fucking like Barbie gun in that plastic bag and brings it through in his coffee, and I'm just like, bro, what are you doing? Like, it's just so dumb.
Even the guy was like, what are you gonna do with that little thing?
Like the whole plane thing was confusing. Like I don't, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the heist was that like great a plan, but
I think
kind of hinged on a lot of happenstance.
I like that the heist that this movie is based around is like the equivalent of like robbing a liquor store. It's just so not that big a deal. They like got this plane with some shit on it. They don't really even make a big deal out of it. Like, and then they fucking make all these gold bars.
You were saying that it was like overly dramatic, but in a lot of ways it underplays things. Like you don't feel like the stakes nearly as much as you should.
Yeah.
It should be feel a lot.
That's true.
There's very little tension in the movie, like
because you know what's gonna happen the whole movie.
Yeah, I mean every twist. I think I saw every single twist coming. Like, oh yeah, they're all going to backstab each other. This is what's happening here. And, like you could just kind of see it from a mile away almost every time.
And there's a reason why people don't steal gold, because you freaking smelt it and pour it into bars.
Oh yeah, they were doing all the
back of
smelting.
your pickup. I mean, it's just
I was like,
they're gonna happen. Yeah,
they're like metal, experts now. That have
Dude, I was thinking about that.
They have access to a smelting.
Dude, I'm so glad. I literally thought like, dude, how many people do you have to know to be able to accomplish something like this? And how many years of school do you need to go to be able to do all of it?
Right.
I don't often think like that, but I definitely, as they were doing the melting thing, I was like, okay, look, dude, I would have bought it if they'd had somebody else do this, but it's them doing it.
Right. All they had to do was be like, hey, Bob, can you, melt this shit for me? Like,
here's your cut. Take a half bar. What's up with that dude's fucking like aluminum just breaking in half as if it was a cookie? And I'm like, bro, that's not how aluminum works, my dude. Like, what are we doing?
Oh, yeah. They're just made out of aluminum foil or something. But even the very end of it, when like he has all the gold bars painted black in the truck,
right?
And then they show up and take it from him. They're like, you didn't think to look. They just take the truck and assume it's in there and go. It's like, these we've double crossed each other 50 times already. Like, you didn't at least want to take a peek in the truck before you drove off. And
no, Chris, that makes way too much sense.
The way they did the reveal that he still has it too was like super bad. It was horrible. Just like, and it looked like digital or something.
Yes,
like when
it did.
Scratched it, the pipe or whatever. It's
because they couldn't afford fake gold.
Right, I think they couldn't get it right on the shot right, so they were just like, well, it just was like paint, just Adobe effects. Let's just paint some gold on there.
Or they just had black bars and they just painted a little bit of gold on it.
Maybe
that's what would have made sense. And then he just like turns it over, and I was like, you know what, I can appreciate that. He's just like, fuck it, dude, I'm good.
Yeah, I kind of like just the whole like just nonchalantness of getting out of the truck, putting it back in, and driving off.
He's just like, ha ha. The end.
Heist. Fucking, you're like, you got it, boys.
Forget the boat that has all the gold on it too, all the little gold spindles and shit.
Dude, that tool bag in the car, dude. He was my favorite part of the whole movie. He's, I want that boat. And you're like, fuck you, man. Get out of here, dickhead. Like, and then when he shows up, he's like, oh, I hit the fucking gas line, man. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I'm sorry. I gotta get it tomorrow. And he's like,
it doesn't even make any sense. Like, oh, screwing this. What is it? he had this cleat in, and I hit the gas line. Like,
dude, a fucking 3/4 inch screw had punctured a gas line for this boat, man. It was really well made.
Because
like,
gas lines, they run right underneath.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, it goes around the top of the fucking boat just in case we get shot at or
wraps
something happens.
the whole top of the boat.
That way, if it explodes, we're definitely dead. Like, there's no way of getting out of here. Like,
And the guy just goes on. He's like, "Oh yeah, I definitely need to turn the jibe and pump the bilge," and just like, "Sure, dog."
turn the jive and punch the.
The boat was all dirty and shit too. Like when they have like a side shot of it, it was just like it was all dirty and old and shit. Like I got the impression that he had like just finished building this fancy boat, and then they drive by it later.
Sure wanted that boat.
Yeah.
That boat. He didn't want another one.
Dude, the Ferrari.
Your boat.
Yeah, the
Like
Ferrari
I like all the
dude.
like real subtle like hand gestures when they're like,
Yeah, just like
they're like, hey, you gotta be. They're all subtle like, hey, over here. You're like
big flashing neon sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
fucking Beetlejuice esque. Like, oh, dude, this movie was awesome.
It's terrible.
It was fun. Yeah,
It was
it was fun. I had a good time. It's like it's something I never would have like watched on my own, but
This is
I'm
the
happy
reason Delroy Lindo's out of acting. He's like, fuck it, dude, I did it. I did it.
I was
Dude, that
digging
hat-
too, Chris. I thought that too. I was like, I never would have watched this movie otherwise. So just
My bad,
lean
guys.
into it. I like it.
no, I'm glad I did. It was fun.
Yeah, it's a good time. I kind of wish that that Hackman had kept the mustache. He kind of looked cooler
Dude.
with the mustache.
And I thought the chick looked way better with the plain brown hair. Because god damn it.
before she took the wig off, yeah.
I literally said it out loud. I was like, I should have kept the hair. You went from
Oh,
like
that was the 2001 like
Bro.
short cut.
Oh, it was so bad.
Those are bad times.
Oh.
Bad hair times.
Dude. Yeah, man. This
The
movie
lady
is
cop had the same damn haircut.
Yeah.
It was
Remember the one
2001, man.
She's like, please don't fire me. Please don't fire me. He's like, okay. She's like, oh, gee, thanks, mister. He's like, but give me your keys. Okay. Like, what are we doing?
And stay away while I blow the place up.
Every time a cop came by, it was like super weird. Like when they were
It's like they hired a bunch of male strippers to play cops.
right. Just
Yeah,
like
Dude,
Yeah,
that's fucking
yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah, I guess it was when they were like planting the bomb or whatever they were doing when
they
like,
were
working on
dressed
side
up
of
as
the
the
road.
construction workers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Gene Hackman starts like giving the cop shit and like
Yeah, I mean,
trying
maybe
to
they
think.
hired real cops and they just didn't know how to act.
It was so Gene Hackman overacted in this movie like 85% of the time he was on screen, and the other time he was just being quiet. Like, this might be like my favorite role of his solely because it's just so preposterous. Like, it's so fucking silly. Like, I love him though, man. Like, I like the way he talks. I like the way he acts. I just think he's a cool dude.
Yeah.
And I like Delroy Lindo for the same reasons though. He plays like this kind of like a. I feel like if you knew him in real life, you'd be like, that dude's pretty cool, man. Like, I feel like he would wear a hat like that in real life, and it wouldn't be as gay as it was on this fucking movie. Like, it was just like super dumb looking. Like,
Yeah, he seems like a guy that you could hang out with. He's really that cool in real life.
probably is not Pinky, but
No. Yeah, he's probably pretty cool.
dude, when they shot that fool, I was like, oh, I forgot about that. That was sad as fuck.
Yeah, that was
bro.
kind of the one like real like dark
consequence.
dark
Like,
moment in the movie. And then but
it's
they
like,
don't-
bye, honey, blow. You're like, oh shit.
and it was they had to give him like a niece or something like 5
They
minutes
give a
before
shit
they
about
decided
him?
to kill him. That was as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, he's dead. They gave him a reason, like family. So
Right.
uh
Family.
I mean, they didn't, but they couldn't have set it up like in the beginning of the movie. It had to be like, well, we just need to throw this in here right before he
It's
gets
because it
off.
was a fucking afterthought. They're like, oh shit, we gotta
Yeah,
make sure people care about
obviously.
this guy when we blow his brains out. They're like, oh yeah. Give him a fucking. They should have put it on a short yellow bus. We would have cared a lot more. That'd have been real fucked up. Like, she really needs that.
See your uncle.
She really needed that guy. How do you know? Fucking short bus, bro.
That's not funny.
No, it's
Not funny.
Man. Uncle Pinky. Fucking. They fuck up and shoot her instead.
What's going on in your movie?
Man.
Terrifier
This was a
4, I
Randy
guess.
movie.
I don't fucking know, man. Dude, I had a blast watching this shit, dude. It's so silly.
Yeah, good time.
Yep, that was fun.
Fun. Before we move on, Chris, throw out your pick for next week.
All right, I got a Japanese one, so going super left field. But Randy might have seen this movie before. Clay might have also. I don't really know for sure. It's an Ishii movie. So the guy that did Electric Dragon 8000 V or whatever it is.
That guy's the shit.
What's the other one? Crazy Thunder Road. And he's got a couple other ones. This is supposedly like one of his like highlights of his.
What's it called?
The Crazy Family.
I don't think I've seen that one.
The Crazy
supposed
Family.
supposed to be kind of bonkers and weird and.
You said Ishii, but it's not my Ishii. It's a different Ishii.
It's a different Ishii. Yes.
Crazy Family.
1984.
Supposed to be on Shudder, so that was also kind of why I settled
Nice.
on it, because like everything I was looking at was like, oh, this isn't on anything. So it's on Shudder, and I think it's rentable too.
Cool.
Sweet. Maybe I'll just buy myself a copy.
Yeah,
I was almost going to do that too, but I'm in save mode right now because I'm trying to. I've got. Dude, I'm going to like
$25 on something.
Bro, I'm going to so many places, dude. Yeah. I'm going to fucking Berkeley in September. I'm going to Boston in I think June. Well, Vegas in May. And then I have like a bunch of shit with the label happening. I'm fucking broke, dude. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm having a hell of a good time, but I'm broke as shit right now.
Yeah, that's cool. I got a bunch of these like third window movies, and I got another one right here too. So I figured I'd just watch one of these.
Hell yeah!
Nice. Cool. Sounds good. Well, anything you guys watched recently?
Oh, I watched like all the Harry Potter movies with Parker. So we watched about a third of each one of them.
Okay.
But dude,
so he got the whole story.
No, not even a little bit. He watches it for like 30 minutes and then passes out. But it's like it's just time for us to. It's time we spend together at night. And he goes, "We watched the Wizard movie," and we go in there and watch it and sit down. And we made our way through, and we got to redo it because I've missed most of it too. But it was a lot of fun, just kind of revisiting movies that I watched when I was younger.
Yeah, I know Josh did all those with Natalie. I think Maddie's really close to those too. Like,
yeah, I was a little surprised that he was interested in it.
Like, she's getting more interested in like non-animated things. Like,
there you go.
Usually, unless it was animated. So I think Harry Potter's coming. I think
it's a lot of fun. Those movies are really pretty. They're not Lord of the Rings good, but they're pretty fun, man.
Yeah,
they're good. They're perfect for like young kids.
Like by the end of the series, you're like really rooting for Harry Potter to get with that redheaded girl. You're rooting for the ginger boy to get with Hermione. You're like, come on, guys, y'all can just make this like a fucking what's that guy? Yeah, dude. Like, let's see, make it like a John Hughes film.
All these kids, yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude, what are we talking about?
Yeah, you started.
I know, but I was just like rooting for like true love. Y'all are over here being fucking perverts. But
they're like 17 by the end, right?
dude, at one point, like one movie goes, and then when the other one starts, Hermione shows up in like this V cut with her. I was like, "What the fuck are we watching?" It was weird, and then but those were fun movies, man. They're fun. I don't think I watched much else, man. I was busy the last few weeks. LA was fucking awesome.
I was saying, we know what Clay watched.
Dude, I watched Daredevil for like a week. I mean,
yeah, I've been like slowly, like sort of paying attention to the thread, and I keep seeing Daredevil pop up, but they're still talking about the same shit. I'm good for now.
2015 Daredevil on Netflix, man, it was just badass. That was like such a great recommendation from you guys.
You ripped through 3 seasons of that.
I need to rewatch that, man. I liked that show. That was really good.
You know how it is? You get invested, and you're like, oh, I'll just watch something else for a minute, and you're like, no,
Nah, it's addiction,
sucks.
man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it
Those
was
are long
good.
seasons too. Those are like
Yeah,
20,
12,
20
12,
episodes.
13.
13.
Oh,
Yeah,
13? Okay.
Yeah.
I like those. That dude, you know that's one of the few things where I was happy for Josh because I was like, man, I've got good Spider-Man movies, but like, what is there for Daredevil out there? And I was like, when this came out, because dude, I like the Defenders and the I like Iron Fist a lot, and that one was ass, man.
Yeah.
Oh, Iron Fist was horrible.
It was horrible, and I still watched it, but it wasn't good.
You were into Jessica Jones, weren't you?
Yes, that was awesome. That show was really good.
The first season of that was
yes,
really good.
yeah. But she's also like mad hot too, so it's kind of easy to watch.
Sure. That was good.
But you know, I don't. What else did I watch? I don't think I watched much else, man, other than like true crime stuff. I watched a thing with Rogan with this guy that was a undercover FBI agent, and it made me go buy his fucking book. Like that's how good the stories were. It was like I was like, I got to hear this dude's stories in more detail. And I'm like, dude, yeah, I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks lately.
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah, I started watching Righteous Gemstones. You know, Josh's favorite comedy guy. Yeah, it's good. It's not the funniest thing in the world. But I don't know. I feel like as it's going on, I feel like Eastbound and Down was the same way, and Vice Principal is also the kind of same way.
Is it got that guy in it?
Yeah, it's Danny McBride with Walton Goggins, John Goodman.
That's
dudes
cool.
From Workaholics. I can't remember his name. Adam or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's Adam.
Yeah. He's kind of corny, but
he's corny. Yeah.
But solid. I think it takes a little while to kind of like find its footing a little bit. I think a lot of comedies are like that. Like usually the first couple episodes or even the first season's kind of
wobbly.
And then
everybody loves that show though.
Yeah.
People talk great about it.
So far,
I mean, I like pretty much everybody in there except Danny McBride. Like, I love John Goodman. I love Walton Goggins. Like most of those guys, big fans of.
I think I'm fixing to do a Sons of Anarchy rewatch. You said Walton Goggins, and he's in that. It reminded me of it.
Oh yeah, he's like the
transgender chick.
Yeah, he only shows up in like a few episodes.
He's fucking wild in that show, bro. He is fucking wild, and he ends up like hanging out with old buddy. You're like.
Yeah,
that's not weird, is it?
Weird.
That show was really progressive, wasn't it?
I wouldn't say that.
I know I was being pretty sarcastic, but
yeah, I tried watching that show a while back, and I absolutely hated it.
Oh, it's like my favorite show all the time.
Yeah, I never got the hype on that one.
Really?
It's my all-time favorite show, number one, and then Breaking Bad's probably number two.
I liked it a lot, and I was really into it. And I tried to watch it again, and I was like, "Oof! Like this is really."
Is it bad on a rewatch? I haven't rewatched it in years, dude. But see, part of the reason I liked it so much, though, isn't even because I liked it. It was because every single week, me and Carissa sat down and watched it because we both liked it. We both had crushes on the main two people. I liked Tara, she liked Jax. So we were like, "All right, let's go watch this and be fucking filthy animals." And like, you know, it was cool to like watch it together. So, and like, I also see a lot of my homies in these people. So like, when the shit was happening, I was like, oh, I've been there before. Not to necessarily the same degrees, but you know, similar situations. And there was pulled
Tara. You like Tara? Whatever.
Oh, bro, yes, dude. Have you seen Billions? Oh my god, bro, she's so fine.
I mean, like, Billions is a totally different character, though.
I didn't like Tara. I like the woman that played Tara. Let me be very clear. Tara's character was ass, but the woman that played her is really attractive to me. Maggie Siff, dude. That is. Maggie Siff.
She's pretty.
Let me Google this.
I mean, she looks like somebody. She looks like somebody I would like. Oh, dude. Yes. When that show opens up and she's like pissing on Paul Giamatti, Paul Giamatti, that's his name?
Yeah, Giamatti.
I was like, I think I'd let her piss on me. Like, not that big a deal. I take showers, like we can make it work. But yeah, dude, that show was when that happened, I was like, that's fucking nuts. Like I haven't seen something like that in a show ever, I don't think. But Sons of Anarchy was like a thing that we watched kind of together. So it might have a little more meaning. Plus it just felt familiar. I was hanging out a bunch of like bikers and shit at tattoo shops and stuff. So I knew a bunch of people that were, you know, familiar. And Like there's that show The Mayans, and I actually know a bunch of people that are like in that show. I didn't know that until years later. Yeah, like a bunch of my homies are in that show. Like a bunch of people that I know are in that show. I had no clue.
You've lived like 6 lives in your life.
I feel like I've lived fucking 6 lives, dude.
Every time we talk about something, you're like, I've done that. I know those people.
I've lived a lot of life for a 43-year-old. It is true. It's weird.
Anywhere you go with Randall, like you run into somebody, like
dude,
just on the street, like, hey, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in 20 years. Like,
you're the guy from the podcast.
Dude, hey, I was walking around the other day, like at home, and I literally stopped and I smiled like to myself, and I was like, I can kind of go anywhere now. I got friends pretty much everywhere. Like any city I would go to, I'm gonna run into somebody that I know. Like, especially with the stuff that I'm doing in those, I'm not gonna go to a city to go.
Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Who do you know?
Probably not.
There?
You got me there, buddy. Like, no, I won't know people necessarily, but like, I can walk into any record store. I'll have somebody I can talk to. Any punk rock show, there's a pretty good chance that I'll know somebody there, or that I'll be recognized at least. I can't explain to you how much that shit happened in LA, bro. It still boggles my mind, dude. I was tagged in so many fucking photos of like me and somebody else that I don't know. Like, it was crazy, bro. It was fucking insane. It was awesome, dude.
He's gonna be on the red carpet with Aaron Miklo.
Fucking only if she's giving me a blumpkin. Dude,
I mean, in general proximity,
she's pretty much out of the scene, isn't she? Or
I got legitimately stopped and thanked and shaken my hand for getting her out of the scene in LA. And I was like, you're welcome. But no, I was like, dude, I don't know what's going on. I don't like that woman. But yeah, she comes up. Yeah, dude, that woman is so stupid, bro. She's such a dumb person. But LA was fun, man. I had a lot of fun. I can't wait to go back to I'm like itching to go travel now. I want to go do shit. I want to go do stuff with my camera. I'm learning this fucking equipment finally. I'm glad you guys pushed me to like at least look at the settings and shit, not just buy a new lens, because I'm learning a little bit about it.
That's awesome.
I sold all my screen printing shit. I sold all of it. Fucking just boom.
You don't need any more hobbies.
No, dude, I haven't used it in forever, man. And so I was like, let me put that money towards something that I am doing. I think I've got it all figured out now, like what I'm good at, what I'm doing. I'm having a lot of fun. But I'm like working on music videos and shit now. I got a lot of weird shit happening. I don't do what the fuck, dude. It doesn't make no sense.
Lots of irons in the fire.
Yep.
I'm gonna burn my hand eventually.
Well, just keep on moving, man. That's what you're doing. Just keep on growing. I'm excited for you.
Me too. I'm having a great time. I want to take you motherfuckers with me somewhere, bro. Like, I don't know where. I need to find a way to get a job that pays enough to where I can go, hey guys, we're gonna split the money. Just come with me.
Yeah, it sounds like fun. I wish I could do one of the things.
Yeah.
Man, it doesn't matter for this right now. There's a lot of cool shit going on.
Let's go.
Hey, never mind. I'll tell you in a second.
Okay. Well, we'll just wrap it up here. We'll I don't even remember the name of your movie, Chris.
The
Crazy Family. Ah,
Crazy Family.
Got one of those.
Yeah,
bro. Yeah,
I can relate. Yeah. Sounds cool. Well, see you guys later.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun and silly. So
I hope there's a Gene Hackman lookalike that's got one-liners with a very thick Asian accent.
that would be awesome.
Like how much? Except they're gonna make American jokes instead of Asian name jokes.
That should be funny.
Yeah.